You gotta open this. Were you with us?
It's so hard to do this one when we're missing a dick.
Well, I guess. Usually when I do it, it's just mine, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Having extras kind of throws me off every now and then.
But that's not the master one, you know? But I suppose, Jazz is good looking.
I'm pretty.
He's good looking.
Pretty.
Yeah.
I am pretty.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever accused me of being handsome, but I am pretty.
Yeah.
I had my baby appointment yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And it turns out my baby's head is 2.5 weeks ahead of schedule.
Dude, she needs a C-section. If that kid's got your fucking head.
So it's definitely my kid.
Wait, Jazz, what about the body?
Oh, and then the body is a week to 10 days ahead of schedule.
But the head
is 2.5 weeks ahead of schedule.
just the head.
So is yours.
So apparently my child's head is going to be born in August. And then I get the rest in September.
Yeah.
Actually, the brain is 2 weeks ahead of schedule and the head just had to keep up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just.
It's definitely my child. She was sitting there, like, because we had the big anatomical scan. So she was like drawing circles to measure whatever. Like, does everything look normal? And she was like, let me get the measurements on the rest of the body and see where we're at. And she came back. She was like, yeah, the baby's got a big head. I was like, how much is it?
Are
big?
we talking waterhead big? Or are we talking?
Yeah, no. And she was just like the baby's. They're like the 21 week mark, almost 22 week mark.
Cranium.
I was like, that's my child.
Yeah.
While we're talking about big heads, do you know what a waterhead is? Have you ever seen that?
A waterhead?
Yeah.
No.
Look it up. It's an actual thing. I think there's a little bit different technical name, but it's the same thing.
Well,
it's now called broken X, but yes.
No. It's like aqua something. But so we had one that was in my hometown, and a good person, right?
Sure.
But man, every time you see this person, it was like, wow. Yeah. But you got to look at an adult, though.
Yeah,
I've never.
Yeah, that's.
Well, there's not very many.
I remember Larry the Cable Guy has a joke.
There must be look. See what the actual name is. There's a medical term.
Johnny the retard, an 8-pound waterhead. He was 5'3", and he said to me, "I like tater tots." That's Larry the Cable Guy's joke.
Wow.
All right.
It's not mine. It's Larry the Cable Guy. So get her done on that one, all right? Go fucking bitch at him.
No, my child.
I'm going to throw this out there that Larry the Cable Guy and me had a similar hometown. So we might be talking about the same person.
No, my child doesn't look like it does abductions from cornfields.
Okay.
Does it look like MTV's Oddities?
Yeah, it just apparently is very much my child.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, Jazz does look like he does abductions from cornfields, but that's different. That's only if he only has the mustache. That's
it's once every 10 years.
So anyways, we're in a circle. We got sticks in our hands. There's drinks on the table. Jazz, what are we going to do?
About to fucking masturbate.
That's right. It's time for the Freedom Friends Master Debate. You guys know the spiel. Justin comes up with a random topic. We go into it cold. No fucking clue what it is. Then we talk about it for about 3 minutes. And then we end up talking shit, probably about waterheads. Anyways, Justin, what you got for us this week?
Was this yours or was this one of the...
Oh, this is one of mine.
Okay. All right.
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. Check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. grillyourassoff.com/freedomfriendspodcast or use the code freedomfriendspodcast at checkout.
All right, boys.
All right,
boys.
What will be looked at as stupid in 20 years that's popular right now?
This fucking podcast.
Oh, God.
I was going to say
I don't think-
podcast in general,
Maybe.
but yeah.
Have you seen that skit that's running around about you're dating a guy that's been listening to too many podcasts?
Uh-uh.
And it's like the guy comes on, he's like, looks to me like you've been after a high value male. Well, I made 5 figures last quarter and I'm taller than 5'6". That puts me in the upper 1 percentile of men that are available in this bar. So it looks like you attracted yourself a high value male. And all this shit. And it's all of these like how to be alpha fucking.
These are like Andrew Tate's listeners.
Oh my God. I was watching a bunch of them and I was fucking pissing myself laughing.
Cold plunge.
Ooh. That is a big one right
I
now.
never understood.
I think it's stupid right now.
Every house is just going to come equipped with a cryo facility in 20 years, man.
Right.
It'll be like
There were 2 people that
garden tub, shower, cryo.
I saw that 2 people just died from doing the cryo stuff in like France or something. I think.
Yeah, if you fucking do it too much.
Yeah.
It turns out you're not supposed to be an ice cube.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Shocker, I know.
There is science behind it, right? Where
No, I
like,
get it.
the blood goes back into your fucking core. It gets rejuvenated, reoxygenated, and then goes back out to your extremities when you fucking warm up. Got it. That's like 3 minutes max, man.
If you watch, like the high end athletes that do it, like the competitive CrossFitters and all those guys, and they have like they keep one of those giant like Yeti coolers in their backyard.
I feel like back in the day, though, like when I was in high school, college age, and people did ice baths, it was because of like inflammatory or like medical.
Yeah, it shrinks
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was just like something.
Well,
unless-
baseball players do it a lot.
Unless you were,
Football players.
unless you were fucked up, I didn't think it was something you just did. Right? It was like for a
Well,
reason.
it's
Yeah.
supposed to accelerate recovery so that you can keep training. So you're
Yeah.
supposed to do it post work.
I guess I never trained, so maybe.
And so you have these guys. Who's that? He never wins, but that veteran CrossFitter, the guy that was
Oh,
he was a ranger or a seal or
He was a
something.
SEAL.
Yeah, some sort of. He's got a glorious mustache.
Yes.
I can never remember his name, but he doesn't like train at a gym. He just trains in his backyard. Like he has the gear. He's sponsored by Rogue or whoever. But it's shit. He lives in California, so the shit's just in his backyard.
Right.
He's got. I swear to God, it's just a big. Like if you
Josh
ordered
Bridges.
a deer, Josh Bridges. If you just like chopped up a deer, it's the size of cooler that you'd want to like put all the meat
Right,
in.
right.
Yeah.
He's got that in his backyard that's just like full of ice water.
Yeah.
And he just keeps it back there and he'll train like out in the sun the whole 9 yards. And then he'll open that thing up and he crawls in it for like 90 seconds. And then he gets out and that's when he starts his post-workout recovery. And it's supposed to be so that you reduce the inflammation.
Right.
It causes the muscle to retract. You absorb your lactic acid faster. Like all of this shit, you hyperoxygenate.
There is science behind it.
And he does it so that because he trains like hard, like twice a day.
But the people who fuck themselves up, they're not those guys.
No.
It's the people who are like me, who don't fucking work out that much. And they're like, ice bath's going to help me.
Right.
It's going to totally change my life.
It's gonna make me disciplined.
And then they sit in there for 5 minutes and they're like, why did I get hypothermia? And it's like, I have theories, motherfucker. I have theories.
I did an ice bath once, and it was on Christmas Eve. We were in John's hot tub, and I jumped into his pool.
Yeah.
And the pool was like 48 degrees, and the hot tub was 100. So, yeah, that was enough.
Yeah.
Once in my life.
Did you feel healthier afterwards?
No.
Well, I mean,
Well,
I
one, I was
have,
hammered, so I don't know.
because forever the polar bear plunge, that's been a thing that
Yeah.
people have
Oh,
done.
Yeah, but that was
forever.
literally, they went out there and it was supposed to be a joke and they cut a hole in the ice and
Yeah.
they walked out there in their fucking Speedo and it was like, and then you see them jump in and they're like, fuck. And then they like,
I did it once in my life. I can see once a year, okay, but once a day, come on now.
I don't know, man.
Come on now.
When I worked at our former employer, on the way home, I would stop by the Alpha Warrior fucking thing over at Ratama. They have a cryo cabinet over there. They have like a cryo, like the big fucking machine. And I would go in there and do 3 minutes
Yeah.
in that, and they put you in like booties and gloves and you have to wear a mask and shit so you
Right.
don't freeze your insides and stuff like that. But you're in your fucking chonies just in there fucking getting
Yeah.
and you want to talk about a nice hot fucking June San Antonio day or something
Yeah.
and you walk
What's
out of
weird
that
is-
thing,
Yeah.
you feel fucking amazing,
it's
dude.
not as cold in there as you.
It's more bearable than you think.
Yeah, like
In a cryo.
I did it once.
In the cryo.
They gave us a tour.
Yeah.
And I stood in this. If you've ever worked food service and ever walked into a walk-in freezer,
Yeah.
It's like being naked in that.
It's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no wind or anything like that.
Right.
It's just cold air.
Yeah.
And
Now, I've done the ice actual baths, and that's way fucking worse.
Yeah.
it's painful.
It is painful. Yeah, it's painful. The first fucking 90 seconds or so fucking hurts.
Right.
So the only time I've ever ice bathed, cold plunged, whatever, I was actually at the Spartan World Championships in Tahoe. And they had an A-frame that was set up. So it was an 18-foot A-frame, 18 feet tall. And you had to climb to the peak and then transition. It was a 3-foot transition gap to come back down. And it was at the top of the mountain. So you had to run up the slope and then you did everything. So this is like halfway through the race.
Yeah.
And I was doing
You were
this-
like, I'm going to do this instead of burpees.
And so, well, so when I was running Spartan that much, my rule was always you have to at least attempt the obstacle. You can't just look at it and go,
It's a good.
nope,
It's
and
a
then
good-
just
it's a
do the
good rule.
burpees.
Yeah.
And
Your partner that day just did the burpees on this episode.
every time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going to try it. And I was smart and I stripped off all of my gear. So I took off because it was fucking cold. I think it was 24 degrees outside.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then we were on top of the mountain. So it was 24 at like the bottom of the slope. And then we ran up, but it hadn't snowed
It
yet.
means it's 18 up there.
It was cold.
Yeah.
But I stripped all my gear off because I had like all of my cold weather training stuff to race in. But I had compression pants on. So I just left that on.
Right.
And my shoes.
Great dick print.
Yeah.
Fucking mint.
Well,
The only-
not when you get out of the
Yeah.
ice bath. not real flat.
It was halfway through the race and it was a super. So it was a half marathon.
Yeah.
So what is that? 13 miles?
About 7 miles in.
Yeah.
Is when this thing is. Yeah.
And did the A-frame and I went to go do the transition and I did the transition and I made the gap and for some reason that bar, I don't know how, but that bar was slick. And my hand just came off of it and I just went, oh, fuck. Now I will say all my training kicked in and I instantly like crossed my ankles and like fucking like came in like you're supposed to. But I hit and
how
could
deep was it?
fucking 5 feet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was, so even when I stood up, it was still, but you want to talk about having the absolute breath taken out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Hit that shit at sort of speed. And then my instant response was to try and get to the side and get out. And all of the guides are like, no, you have to truck forward. And so I still had like the remainder of the trough that I had to run through. And I got like squeegeed off and then got my gear back on. And my team was like, all right. And they're kind of like half jogging. And I was like, I will see you guys at the bottom of the mountain. But if I don't run right now, I'm going to be in a bad fucking way.
Yeah.
It like is like, I've got to bring my core temp back up because I'm
going to die.
going to die. And right there, now when I see people that are like, I'm freezing myself for health. I'm like, there's no way. There's a reason we almost all died off during the Ice Age. Like, this isn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
By the way,
I'm a big fan of heat.
that is a white people thing.
I prefer.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I much prefer a sauna over an ice bag.
Oh, I like a good sweat.
A good sweat, a good schmitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good little schwitz. I'll fuck with
I
that.
remember the old hangover saunas in the military.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And that thing always reeked like whiskey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it worked.
Oh, yeah.
It worked. You
Yeah.
sweat that shit out, man. You feel fucking great afterwards. It's like, oh, thank
I
God.
wish I belonged to one of the golf country clubs.
With
where
the
I could, like,
sweat
go play
rooms and
around
they have
and I
like the
could be like,
steam rooms and
I
shit.
just want to go for a sweat.
I'm just gonna get steamed up.
I go sit there in my towel and just be like, "You're right, Bob."
The Air Force gym on Kadena on Okinawa had a fucking steam room,
Well, like
and that one was
most
fucking
gyms
dope.
nowadays have a steam room and shit in them.
Yeah.
like a sauna or something. But
This was a steam room though. This
have
was
you ever
like
been in a pub, like a not public, but
no, I don't go to
in-
bathhouses, Jeff.
no, any of these gyms that are around here, and you go into like their sauna, and you're like, I don't want to be in here. Like this is
Well, yeah.
really awful.
Like I'm never gonna go to a Planet Fitness sauna and be like, this is fine. You know?
I thought it was hilarious when for a while Planet Fitness had fucking barbershops and shit in them, and I was like, who dropped their standard to the point that we're like, you know who can cut my hair? Planet fucking Fitness.
You need something to do instead of work out. So
That's what it is. That's why they have pizza
I'm
parties
going to the
and
gym.
shit.
I'm going to the gym.
Yeah,
Come back with a haircut.
They have great pizza and good haircuts. Yeah. Go get a fucking peanut butter smoothie. Fuck you. Yeah.
What else is stupid 20 years later? 20 years from now, what'll be stupid?
Well, what was stupid? What was cool 20 years ago, but is stupid now? That'll give you an example.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
what was cool in 2005?
Jankos. No, that was even before
That
then.
was before that?
That was like 96.
I think they're kind of coming back.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was cool in 05 that's not cool now? Well, I mean, a lot of those people are going to suffer the same thing that everybody did in high school, right? Like that was the era of like the scene kid, like all of the hyper teased hair and the bangs and all that shit. But that's just
2005. I got it. Affliction shirts
fucking and bedazzled jeans.
and bedazzled jeans. That was cool in 2005.
So yeah, what's the equivalent to that now?
What are we doing now? That's just fucking horrific.
I wonder if it'll be beards.
Oh, if it like
Oh,
goes
'cause
back to like a
they're
clean
almost
shaven
everybody
look.
now.
Right?
Yeah.
Because beards were gone for a while.
Honestly, I think we are going to look back at this mustache trend that's
Well,
running around now.
like-
People are
like
still
the-
gonna
no,
go,
like-
it's still not good,
But that was the 80s.
right?
Like the porn stashes, right?
But they're back. Like
Yeah.
all these people are rocking these porn stashes now, and I'm like,
I'm here for it.
I feel like in 20
I
years,
kinda-
people are going to look back and go,
it's dumb, but I kind of think it's funny.
I'm here for
Like,
that.
You know what I've been seeing a lot of recently? Is it called the Val Kilmer or something? But they have the thin mustache with the triangle under the bottom
Oh,
lip
yeah.
and then the chin hair.
that's just the cholo, dude.
It's making
It's a Fu Manchu.
I used to have the
No,
little
that's-
homies doll with that guy who had this haircut.
but I've been seeing
Yeah.
a lot of that
Or
recently.
goatee. Is that a
Oh,
goatee?
that's a good to you. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just have like this, that's a goatee.
Yeah.
You know what I've noticed about the goatee?
He's talking about the Van Dyke,
Oh, the Van Dyke.
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
the chin strap
The flavor saver.
and
and
the
the-
mustache.
You know what I've always thought was the creepiest of facial hair is just the flavor saver. The guys who
Yes.
just have this.
Yeah.
It's like that dude sells cocaine.
I still,
Like,
I
that
still
dude,
do not understand.
he's on a list.
Does
somewhere.
nobody see you or does nobody love you if you have a beard and no mustache? Like, has nobody come up to you and just gone, buddy?
Who does that? though?
It's more common than you'd think. You're gonna see it and go like, oh fuck, I do see this around. But it's the full beard and just no mustache. And I'm just going like, all right, and unless you came here in a horse and
You know
buggy,
what? I have seen that.
there's no fucking reason you should be rocking this.
You
right
see
now.
this winner right here?
Yep. There you go. Beard,
Yeah.
no mustache.
That's my older brother, Joe.
wow.
And I'm like, you are not a fucking.
You know what's funny?
Amish?
That's
You're
what
not
I.
Amish. You're not a fucking.
That's
yeah.
what I.
You're not
thought
Amish. You're not
Fred Durst
fucking-
would look like now.
You're not fucking Dagestani. All right?
I thought
like,
Fred Durst would grow up to be that,
Yeah.
but he didn't. Have you seen modern Fred Durst?
Weird, dude. Because he's a cowboy now.
You know, I have seen
not.
that more than I've.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Gary, was this when you were a victim of domestic violence from your boyfriend?
Something like that.
I believe you.
Yep.
I believe you.
so. Here's Fred Durst now.
Yeah. He just looks like a dude. He's just like, hey, man.
But your brother,
Now, you know, y'all be loving this shit right here.
they're like on tour. So he's got like this massive curly mop that he walks around with now. It's all up underneath that hat.
I like his cowboy look. When he just walks out dressed as a cowboy.
I don't understand music anymore
No.
at all.
Because he'll be out there and he'll be like, I did it all for the nookie. And everybody's like, oh, fuck, that's Fred Durst. Why has he got a
Yeah.
cowboy hat on?
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It's weird,
That
dude.
man right now could walk past me in a fucking Costco and I would just be like, huh.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He must be in Satmar.
He looks like every, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he looks
He looks like every other dude that peaked in high school.
he
Fuck.
looks like 70% of San Antonio.
Yeah. Sure enough, dude. Sure enough. Have you ever seen Limp Bizkit live?
Mhm.
An actual great show.
I saw him twice.
I saw him in 99 twice.
I saw him at Ozfest 99.
Okay.
And then I saw him in 2000 at, it wasn't Warped Tour or something else. It was them and Korn.
You got to remember, I'm one of the fortunate souls that went to Woodstock 99.
Oh, okay.
So
So yeah, when they started the riot.
when they started the riot,
Yeah.
I was about 40 feet off that
Yeah.
stage.
So I saw him at Ozfest. And then I saw him at,
Right before I went to boot camp.
and I saw him when they were with Korn. And I can't remember what tour that was. And I really went to see Korn.
Yeah.
I'll fucking say I was a Limp Bizkit fan.
Sure. Absolutely.
Actually,
I saw him.
Still am a Limp
I saw Limp
I guess for
Bizkit
that
when
matter,
the
but-
first time I saw him is when they opened for Korn I saw him in Rapid City, South Dakota in like 95,
Well, Jonathan Davis found
maybe 94.
he gave
Yeah.
him the-
Well, yeah. Fred was his tattoo artist.
And
That's how they met.
have you ever heard the rest of the story about that band? Like how all those members came together?
It's super crazy.
They were all leftovers from other bands.
Mhm.
And they got together and so their guitarist
like-
actually turned them down like 4 times.
Westmoreland.
Wes Borland turned them down
Yeah.
4 times. And then they got in this massive van wreck on the way to California to record an album. And their guitarist couldn't play and literally like packed his shit and went home.
Yeah.
And they called
Broke like
they
4 fingers or
they were
something.
like, please
something weird.
come play this album. And so they did it. And then they went to New York and cut another record. And Wes dated with. Now, if you want to talk about somebody that you'd never know it was Wes Borland out of stage makeup,
You'd never know it.
he's like,
You want to talk about a guy who did it right? He could be he's famous as fuck.
Yeah.
And nobody knows.
dude is in like a polo shirt and khakis
Yeah.
most of the
Now,
time.
and look up Wes Borland. Throw up a picture of Wes Borland there, Justin.
Because everybody knows him from like the heyday when it was like pure white and the blacked
And
out
the black eyes and
the-
all that. Yeah.
Hold on. Well, and he just did a concert where he was playing in this like, I think they were in Mexico and he dressed like a Mexican fucking god. And it was like all of these banners and this huge like multicolored mohawk and a full mask and the whole, like you never see him when he's playing. And he's quite possibly one of the best guitarists like on the planet right now.
Yeah.
But so that's what everybody knows Wes Borland as.
Yep.
But then when you see just like Wes Borland, that's
he's just,
Wes Borland.
He's just like, hey guys. He's like, what's up? Yeah.
Or that one all the
Like
way on the left.
This one here. Like that one. The one next to that. Like that
Like-
dude. Like that dude. Like you could walk by that guy in Costco. You'd
That
be like,
guy-
oh, he's got a family. He's
That
fine.
guy looks like he moonlights at H&R Block for
He looks
3 months
like
a year.
he looks like Tim Manahan of the Manahans.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, yeah. I have a buddy of mine. I talked about Tommy Manahan of the Manahans for like 3 hours last night with a friend of mine. It's a character that he's coming up with. It's hilarious. But yeah.
But I don't know. What else is going to be dumb in 20 years?
Taylor Swift.
I don't think so. Dude.
I don't think so.
I
dude.
think-
I think she's
I
going
think-
down as a legend.
Here's what's gonna happen.
T-Swizzle will.
Here's what's gonna happen. All those girls that are in their like
She's going to be Cher.
mid-teens.
She's going to be Cher.
Oh, she won't know when to quit.
No.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like she'll be Cher.
But
But don't
the-
get me wrong, Cher's still awesome.
But the
Like, that
love
bitch
for
is so
Taylor
good.
Swift will get passed down from the moms.
Oh, for
without
sure.
a doubt.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
She's gonna be making money well after she's in the fucking dirt.
I like when everybody's like, all these teenage girls that like Taylor Swift. I'm like, have you ever seen
No, it's
ticket prices for Taylor
Adult
Swift?
women.
Yeah.
That ain't teenage girls. It's our wives.
Yeah. It is fucking middle-aged ladies paying
It's
for
our
those.
wives.
Yeah. 100%.
Also, there is nothing better than listening to Taylor Swift on the back of a Harley and come up to a stoplight and have somebody in a truck like his that just looks over and goes, the fuck is going on next to
Pull
me?
up and you're just like, I stay out too late. Got nothing in my brain. Yeah, fuck
I
yeah,
sent
dude.
that shit to Gibby, and I was like, all right, you don't have to put it on your stereo, but put it in your helmet or whatever. But you need to listen to the Revolution album while you're on your bike. And he called me when he got to work, and he's like, why the fuck did it go that hard on the motorcycle? Because it's just like heavy beat music, and so you just really, I was like, told you.
I will also
This sick beat.
I will blow out my truck speakers to slam and scream door.
Yeah.
Like OG Taylor Swift when
I'm
she was
not a
still
country
country.
Taylor fan.
I'm more of a
I'm
country
a
Taylor
pop
Swift
country.
fan.
Yeah.
I'm a pop.
I'm more of a shake it off fucking. I knew you were trouble when you walked
Yeah, so-
in. Like
Also
that one,
bangers.
The
but-
Revolution album, which is that whole like,
like, for 22.
are you ready for it? Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. And it's like, and he listened to that on the way to work, and Kivy called me, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like,
Well, it's like fucking.
"Good music is good music, man."
Dude,
Like,
you ever worked out to Womanizer by Britney Spears?
Yep.
Fucking get you going, dude. I do push-ups to that shit.
so does Toxic.
Womanizer, I'm a womanizer, womanizer, baby.
Good music is good music.
You'll get strong on that song, dude.
Good music is good music.
Yeah.
Is
well,
there such a
well, like
thing-
you are a big Bruno Mars fan.
I'm a huge Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
fan.
you're a big Bruno guy.
Honestly, there is nothing like a slow cruise on my bike with Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Just the way you are.
So,
Jazz knows all the fucking like he hits like the background vocals and shit too.
yeah, I know
He,
all of it, dude.
like he's
I'm a Bruno Mars fan.
you know what I would almost guilty pleasure like, all right? But like I would say the movie Pitch Perfect, that soundtrack, the acapella soundtrack of Pitch Perfect,
Solid.
it fucks.
It does.
That fucking
It fucks.
soundtrack fucks, dude.
Greatest Showman, one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Yeah, there
Without
you go.
a doubt.
So that movie fucked me up, dude, because it comes out fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like
it's
that
like-
first track and then the
Oh.
visuals and shit. You're just like, holy fuck, I can't do 2 hours of this. I'm gonna fucking be sweating by the time it's done.
Yeah.
And then it just mellows out like so hard. And I'm
Wait, Scott, have you ever seen The Greatest Showman?
I don't think so.
Highly, highly
It's
recommend.
great.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
Wolverine
don't
singing.
remember.
Yeah,
It's Wolverine.
highly
singing.
recommend.
Yeah.
And he's actually singing.
yeah.
That motherfucker is talented, dude.
Well, he actually-
Hugh Jackman is a
He
fucking
loves
talented man.
stage music. So when
Yeah.
he's not making movies,
Big show
he's
tune
actually
guy.
on Broadway and shit like
Big show
tune
tune guy.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Like the guy just sings show tunes. He just writes show tunes in his free time.
Seth MacFarlane has an unnecessary control of his voice.
Yeah.
That's why he can do all those voices.
Yeah.
Dude. But he's
yeah.
that's gonna be stupid and short. I'm gonna tell you right now. In 20 years, all of these kids with this brain rot speech pattern and shit that's everywhere, they're gonna be real fucking mad they ever put that shit on the internet.
Brain rots. What do you mean
What
by
do you
that?
mean?
So if you go look this shit up, it'll be like, yeah, but 8, 9. It's all this fucking. None of it makes any sense. It's just this.
Is it like what? Like because I remember when I was a little kid, if you said the word "cool," they'd be like, "That's not how that's used."
No, it just
Like-
doesn't
like,
make
you know, like-
sense.
Or dude. Dude used to be that. Our parents were like, "Don't call me fucking dude. It's disrespectful." And it's like, no, it's not. Never was.
It's this speech pattern that like kind of middle school into high school.
Like no cap.
Well, that's already dying. Like but that's just standard slang. It's this.
Dude, don't be
speech
don't be
pattern.
skibbity.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, and so
That was for you.
okay, so that is an example of brain rot.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
Yeah.
seriously, like
It makes
skibbity
me-
toilet thing is part of the brain rot speech pattern, and
Sure.
it's like a whole thing, and it's like a weird language that then has to be translated over, and it's. I'm going to tell you right, and all these kids are all over the internet with it, and I'm like, you're going to be real mad that this shit has been immortalized.
Hey Siri, what does skibbity mean?
Bad.
Skibbity is a dance song by Russian rave band Little Big. It was released on October 5th, 2018, along with their album, Antipositive, PT. Should I keep going?
Even Siri won't fucking use that.
No, you shouldn't, because you're fucking wrong.
And so, but yeah, it's
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, I know you don't. Fucking retard.
I think in 20 years, like it was 20 years ago, where it was cool to have all of the LED lighting and shit underneath your car.
Oh,
And now
yeah.
people has all this multicolored LED lighting all through their house.
Yeah.
Like people are putting it like under their counters and
Yeah.
in their
I don't
soffits
know.
and in
Yeah.
their offices and all that shit. I get it if you're doing it just to have like this soft yellow glow, but when you see these houses that are like, it's like blue and pink and purple and shit, and I'm like,
Looks like a fucking EDM fucking
like,
shop
I hate
in
to tell you
there.
this, man, but yeah, that's
Yeah. Well, I hope the Carolina squat's gone in 20 years.
it's illegal now.
In most states.
And yeah, just not in
I think the
states where they use
Carolinas.
it.
I don't think it is
Yep.
for Louisiana.
Make it
'cause I
illegal.
saw a couple of them.
Yeah.
It's in Florida a lot.
Yeah.
Quickest way to ruin
It's in
your trip.
Georgia a lot. Like it's throughout the South. That's for damn sure.
I have a quick little debate and then we can wrap up, boys.
Okay.
Is there such thing as bad music?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
For sure, dude.
Bad music is bad music and good music is good music. I think you can have your preferences.
And sure, it's subjective.
Yeah, but some of it's
But-
just fucking bad. Like
Some of it is just fucking bad.
and you see those people kind of flash in the pan, and you can tell that it's either they put it out on YouTube and it gets big because it's so bad,
Yeah.
or some record label decides that like they're trying to start a new trend and it doesn't hook up,
Yeah.
and you see it die out. But that's what I was saying earlier.
Or you just
like,
go to every SoundCloud rapper's page.
Yeah.
That'll show you some shitty music.
But there's I think good music is good music. Bad music is just bad music.
I think
it doesn't.
Good music lives on forever. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
And,
bad music dies.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
and that's
not all of them are going to be Vivaldi. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
and I think. And that's a prime example, right? Like we can
Right.
all talk about Beethoven. It doesn't matter if you listen to classical or not. Like
you know who he
it's
is.
still immortalized.
Yeah.
You still recognize it.
You can have your
Beethoven,
preferences.
Mozart,
Yeah.
Bach,
You can have your preferences, but good is good.
Debussy. You should always finish on Debussy.
Oh, it's high quality with Debussy.
Debussy's good, and then finish on Debach.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Always finish on Debach.
but
It's safer.
I mean, there's stuff out there now. I think there's stuff that I think gets popular that doesn't make it good. It does get popular because it either gets a lot of people talking or whatever, and then it dies. It doesn't hold. Even the style or the song doesn't.
Sure.
You can't put it back on, and people are like, "Oh fuck yeah, turn that up." That's
like,
awesome.
There are songs out there though that when they first came out, I was like, I fucking hate this song, and they've since grown on me.
Yeah.
And now it's like, fuck, it's a good song. I'll give you a good example. I heard it the other day. Jamiroquai's fucking Virtual Insanity.
Everything Jamiroquai does is amazing.
But back in the day, I did not think that way.
But do you like funk music?
And yeah. And now when I hear him, I'm like, fucking, this shit's a jam, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh. And then I remember the video, like the Virtual Insanity video, or when he did it at
Rip, dude.
yeah, it was like the floor's moving and shit.
He did it live.
Yeah. He did it live at the movie awards.
Yeah.
On a fucking
On a
conveyor belt
on a
and
moving
shit.
floor.
Yeah, it was dope as fuck. And like, and when you find out the how they made that video, it's literally like 6 dudes on each side of this fucking box that's on a conveyor belt, and they're just moving it back and forth and
so
around
that
and
he
shit.
can he can fully move and not move.
Yeah, they did it in one shot or something.
He's a prime example of somebody can be so good at even a non-mainstream music style. For him, that's funk music. Like it is. It's funk music. John Popper and the Blues Traveler
Sure.
is another example of there's not a lot of mainstream blues music running around. They were so fucking just beyond good at it.
Yeah, R.I.P. Popper.
That
What a fucking legend.
But I mean, that a lot of his songs still get radio play, and this was like all
Dude,
over radio.
Hook is still a bop, dude.
It's
like, that's
real
a
fun.
great song.
Um,
Back it up, back it in. Let me. Yeah, they get it.
I miss summer rock, like in the era of like Fastball, Smash Mouth,
Ooh.
like all of those bands where we had those like 3 summer like.
98, 99, 2000.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah. We had
like
Sex and Candy and shit, like
We had
Marcy
3
Playground. and shit.
summers where it was just these bands that were like, they're just the music for this summer. Nobody's gonna give a fuck
Next year.
come September.
Yeah,
But
it's true. I remember I saw Smash Mouth at Edgefest 5 in fucking Albuquerque, New Mexico in 99, literally a month before I went to boot camp. It was right after I went to Woodstock. I came back and just happened to hit them. And Limp Bizkit was playing that one too. And it was Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, and Smash Mouth were the 3 headliners, right? Limp Bizkit was the headliner because that was when Nookie just came out. It was huge. Kid Rock was like the first of it, and then like Smash Mouth was in the middle.
Yeah.
And I remember everybody was like, fucking Smash Mouth's up here. Fuck that. Let's leave. So like the whole crowd like moved. And as soon as they started walking away, the lead singer of Smash Mouth came out and was like, I'm not playing shit till I see some titties. And then all these titties came out and everybody ran right back. And they were like, fucking A, Smash Mouth, dude. And it's like, hey now, you're an all-star. And it was like, fucking A. It was so much fun, dude. It was a
Every
great show.
time I hear that song,
You think it's Shrek because you're a child.
100%.
Because you're a child, yeah.
Yeah.
like fucking like Everclear.
Everclear, yeah.
Like there were so many bands through that era that were just like, these are fucking amazing. And now they're playing like Joe's Crab Shack. What happened to you guys?
Every morning there's a halo hanging from. What the fuck was that? That was
That's hold on. I had that album. Give me just a second. Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. Yeah, that's a good example.
He became
of
an
that
MTV host.
He did?
Like he moved on and now he does reality TV or some shit. Like
Yeah.
he's still around.
Yeah.
Mark McGrath,
one. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you know him? Yeah,
He became a TV personality. I was a Sugar Ray fucking fan.
yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, he was famous for like going around to like random college parties and just getting shit faced
Yeah, and just like fucking hanging out.
and like fucking college
Like
bitches.
he was about that fucking like summer party life.
And he was like in his 30s, just
Yeah.
going to college parties, banging young bitches and shit.
What would you do if you were if you were like
100%?
the theme song to your average kegger? You're-
Fuck yeah. Just walk up. I would make sure I would time my entrance to my song and be like, you like the song? Yeah, me too. Like, yeah. Why not?
I redid the door on my shed today because yay homeowner, and needed to listen to something, and I decided I was really in the mood to listen to third wave ska, which is like late 90s, early 2000s, third wave ska.
You listen to fucking Goldfinger and
It's
shit.
like Goldfinger, Aquabats, like all that shit.
Pretending I'm a Superman.
Yeah. So I was listening to that shit.
Yeah.
Every band is better with some horns in it.
That's
man.
true.
They're like
I was a Bostonian guy, man. So Mighty Boston's were fucking
the Boston's fuck.
the shit, dude. Yeah.
The Boston's fuck.
And the amount of times I saw them open up for Dropkick was laughable. Like I've seen those guys forever.
What's really funny is that people tell you they don't like ska, and then you be like, "You ever listen to Dropkick?" And they're like, "I fucking love Dropkick," and I'm like,
That's punk, technically. It's a punk crossover.
Yeah.
It's punk, but you could call it ska if the ska was a bagpipe.
But ska is essentially just punk with horns in it.
True. I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
So I think in 20 years for music, what we're going to see is all of this like regional rap style. I think is people are going to look back and be like, why the fuck were we ever listening to that?
I hope mumble raps, which kind of already died, thankfully.
Yeah.
That was bad. That was bad music. Mumble rap was bad music. Island Boys and shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, ugh.
Yeah, but those guys only got popular because they were so fucking bad.
True. I saw a boxing match with one of them where the fucking Island Boy got his ass whipped by this dude. It was fucking great.
Well, yeah.
It was so good. He was doing like a boxing match, and this other kid just mollywopped the fuck out of him. And I was just like, oh, hit him again for me. This kid beat the shit out of him. It was great. I was just like, oh, it's so good.
Who's that Irish ginger kid?
Irish.
There's a lot of them.
He's a
Yeah,
fighter
it's
right
awesome.
now. And
Patty Pimblett?
Patty Pimblett had a great fucking weekend,
so,
dude.
I don't give a fuck about watching him fight, but
He's
I
English.
love
He's from Liverpool.
I love watching his after interview shit.
Oh yeah.
And he's sitting there and like
You should watch him fight. He's fucking electric.
Yeah.
Kid's got it.
whatever.
He's got it.
I've never been a big fight sport fan. I like boxing. I've never been a big MMA fan.
Yeah. This kid's got it. He's fucking good.
But I love watching his after interview stuff. Or they'll like interview him like between fights. And he's sitting there eating like a fucking foot-long meatball sub. And
Oh,
they're
dude,
like,
he gets so fat.
and they're like, "Aren't you worried about your shape?" And he's like, "Why? I'd rather be fucking happy and still training." And he was like,
I know who you're talking
"Do I
about.
look? Do I look proper fit right now with the six pack? Of course, but it's uncomfortable as shit, and I don't get to eat what I want."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He's like, no, I want pizza. I want
fucking
burgers.
like
He's
this,
like,
dude.
fuck this, dude.
or when he had that huge thing about he threw up blood. He got hit so hard he threw up blood. He won the fight. He's like, "I didn't throw up blood." He's like, "I didn't really think about it. And I drank 3 cartons of chocolate milk before I went to the fight." So he's like, "What'd you see on the mat was chocolate milk." Like, it's like it wasn't blood. It was fucking chocolate milk. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Huh.
yeah, that's my kind of fighter.
Yeah, that kid's wild, man. He's a fun guy to watch. Fucking had a
And-
great weekend because he beat Michael Chandler, which is
Yeah.
like number 7 in the world. Like, I mean, and he fucking didn't just beat him, fucking beat the fuck out of him. It was impressive to see, dude. Like, I was like,
So
fucking
there's a
A,
question
man.
for you. Do you think MMA as we know it will still be around in 20 years?
Yeah, I do. I think the way it's evolved since in the last 20, 30 years, like look at like from UFC 1 where like they have a dude wearing a boxing glove and there was
Right.
nothing like just
and
the
I
way
used
it's
to watch
evolved.
that stuff.
Sure.
Like the old Gracie days and stuff. I
Yeah.
used to watch all that stuff.
And but its popularity and the intricate and the fucking talent levels, like you could take your fucking number 10 in the world now and put him up against like a Hoist Gracie back in the day who was an absolute dominating fighter.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be able to fucking touch these kids these
I'm not
days,
going to lie.
man. They're
Most of the old
so
fights were
fucking
really
strong.
boring.
Yeah, I used to go watch Pride fights when I was in Japan.
Because
I'd
I'm
go.
talking about like the early 90s stuff.
Th-
And so
well,
like that where like the Gracies would go out and just like
I
slowly but surely work their way into a hold. And there was one round and the timer just went till somebody got knocked the fuck out or
Yep.
somebody tapped.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember the Chuck Liddell days when he's just fucking hammering face.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I remember when he fucking molested me.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah. He just stood there and watched and laughed at me. The
What
whole
was
time.
I gonna do?
He just laughed at me while I got molested by a UFC legend. Fuck. Fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
he slid a tongue in your ear for
Dude.
sure.
What the- Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No means yes on that one,
Yeah.
bro.
Yep.
How the fuck? Apparently, so my wife just sent me a picture. We have to get one of our MacBooks repaired for the store. She just sent me a picture. So she's at Best Buy because I'm a member there or whatever. So all my repairs are discounted. She sent me a picture. I could buy an 85-inch TV right now for $679.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
When the fuck?
TVs are cheap now, dude.
I'm like,
That used to be the price of a 30-inch. You know what I mean? Like a 45-inch or
I'm
some
just
shit.
like-
yeah.
I bought my 85-inch for like the same price like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah, but this isn't even a sale price. It's just the
Yeah.
like. So I have a 65-inch. At the time, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it was like a top of the line LG with like everything
Yeah.
in it, right? Like highest refresh rate, biggest contrast ratio. Like it was the top of the line LG. And I bought it when they do that. I bought it on Black Friday.
Yeah.
And I bought it specifically so that I could watch the World Series.
I remember that.
And I think it cost me like $980 and it was like 40% off for Black Friday. Now it's like
That same TV is like
$679 on a
$400.
Tuesday. I can go buy an 85-inch TV with more shit in it than my TV has. I'm like, God damn.
That and they're all smart TVs now. Everything's a smart TV.
You know how hard it is to actually find like you know how
Next to
hard
impossible.
I had to shop to find a TV small enough to mount my RV?
I'm in the fucking fight right now, dude. Yeah.
Because like I can fit my RV will take a 27-inch television on where the mounting is, and then you get they make an RV mount that locks so you can swing it around.
I got in mine. I put a $50 projector.
Yeah.
And holy shit, it's great.
Well, yours
That's a good move.
your RV is bigger than both of ours.
Yeah,
and
we
so
got
you have
little
the
RVs.
space to. I don't
It's
really
still
have a spot I could shoot it.
Oh,
Otherwise, I would go
Yeah.
to that option, or I'd have to like put like a pull down screen
right.
somewhere. But I don't mind this one. It's not huge, so the RV is not huge, and this thing swivels, so I can see it everywhere in the RV. I could literally take a shit and watch the television.
Yeah.
But you know how hard it was to find a small TV?
Yeah, I bet.
Like it was fucking impossible.
What size you go with?
I wanted a 27 because that's what would. So your RV probably has it too. There's probably a sticker somewhere on the wall in there
It's
that
on the
says
wall
your TV mount
it's on the
is
bathroom
behind
wall.
this.
Yep.
And all that's back there is they just have a piece of
wood.
plywood
Yeah.
that you can run the bolts into.
Yep.
And I could fit a 27 because mine, if you open the door, there's a space on the wall where it can go. So I had to measure it to where it wouldn't hit the like wardrobe closet and it wouldn't overhang on the RV door.
My slide out covers it.
27 is where, so mine's on the opposite wall of my slide out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my slide out covers my
And I searched everywhere for this fucking thing to find a 27-inch television. And I was like, and it needs to be a smart TV. Because all I do is I link it to my phone. I just watch whatever the fuck I want to.
Yeah.
And I just turn the hotspot on my phone.
Yep.
And but finding that the mount was stupid easy to find. I ordered that from Amazon. It just showed the fuck up. But even Amazon, I was like, I need a 27-inch smart TV. And they were like, computer monitor? And I was like, no.
Absolutely not.
I need a TV.
I mean, a fucking TV, man.
Anyways.
I got an Apple box hooked up to my projector. So
That's brilliant. Yeah.
A projector would be cool if I had the slide out and put it like maybe had the projector screen come down over my kitchen and put it up there, it would work.
I got the shelves above my bed. So I just open the door, have the projector sitting there, and it's on my bedroom wall. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
yours
you
is
have
big
a
enough that you have a
substantially
bedroom.
bigger
My
RV than us,
my
though.
RV doesn't have like a separated bedroom. It's just a bed in the back, and then I have the bunks up front. But
Yeah,
I do want to ask
and
you
mine's
about that
opposite
projector
from him.
though.
Mine's bunks are in the back by the bathroom, and
I do want to ask
Murphy
you
bed
about
up
that
front.
projector though, because I want to get one for outside the RV. So if I'm chilling outside,
My
I can,
boy bought a really cool one.
shoot it onto a screen that's on the side.
I'm actually looking to buy one for a Marine right now who's going through it. A bunch of us are pitching in to buy him this thing. He's got an autistic son who keeps punching his fucking TVs.
Oh.
And we're like, what if we just get him a fucking projector?
Logan got one,
Yeah.
a projector for $150,
Yeah,
and it's
cheap.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Send me
you
a
can
link.
get you can
Send me
get
a
like home theater level ones for like $400 now. They're really not.
Fucking
all
hell.
tech is just fucking dropped.
Until the tariffs start.
I think when cable comes back, I think in 20 years, everybody's going to look back at us and go like,
It's
were
fucking
you
back
really
now.
paying for 17 streaming services? And it's like, yeah, it took me a while to figure out that I could have just gotten cable because all of cable's gone on demand. And I
Yeah.
could just,
Yeah. Like I got rid of cable because it was fucked up with all the ads and shit. Now all my fucking streaming services have fucking commercials. So it's like, why do I have fucking streaming services?
Yeah.
it's like
I might as well just go back to fucking bundling cable and
Hulu
phone and
with
internet.
live TV is now $89 a month.
Yeah.
It's $90 a month to get Hulu Live. And I'm like, and by the way, if you do that and then stream shit, you get ads because you're on Hulu Live. And I'm like, how much?
If I'm paying $90 a fucking
like,
month, I don't want fucking ads.
Yeah.
The reason I pay for the expensive Hulu without the fucking commercials, and I'll tell you exactly why, it's because Beto O'Rourke had fucking political ads on fucking Hulu. And I was like, I don't want to watch this fucking cuck while I'm trying to watch fucking South Park.
And if
Fuck you.
If I'm paying to
And it
kill
was
the
like,
ads,
yeah.
if I'm paying to kill the ads, then I don't want the ads.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm streaming. Like I'm paying this for this direct service. And now there's all these tiers, but even fucking Amazon now, you can't even get out of them.
Netflix, yeah, you can't even skip the shit. You can't do shit.
And you can't pay your way out.
Like, and from
It
what I
didn't
understand,
exist.
like YouTube TV might be the only one.
And it's $70 a month now.
Yeah.
And all it does is it just gives you that cable channel. So if you're watching Kins 5 and they run a fucking commercial,
You get commercials.
you're watching commercials.
Yeah.
Like,
But here's the thing, commercials are more bearable now than the fucking ads you see on streaming services. I'm about to say fuck it to streaming services.
yeah, it's rough. I'm probably going to keep like the one streaming service where, well, in half these streaming services, Paramount, CBS, all these other ones, like I have Paramount. Peacock you can watch for free if you're willing to sit through the ads at the very beginning of whatever you want to watch, which actually doesn't bug me as much. I wanted to watch a movie they had, and they're like, it'll start in 180 seconds, and they showed like 3 minutes of commercials, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm just going to go get a new drink. And then I didn't see anymore. But all of those, if you have cable, it just asks you who your cable provider is, and you sign in, and it's like, oh, well, since you have cable, you get the streaming service, and you don't pay for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the...
You know what's cool though? If you pay for Sling, you can get all that shit with a Sling account, and Sling's still like $5 a month.
Yeah.
I need to fucking...
Like get like the Sling Orange or some shit, and you're good, man. Like,
It's at the point now where I'm going to add up all my streaming services and see what I'm out.
yep. And if it's comparable to cable,
Well, and
I'm going
what
back.
do I lose? Like, is it like I can just go back to just cable and Netflix, which was kind of the old way, and now I can watch all of my F1 races, and I can watch because like I pay for ESPN, so I can watch fucking F1, and I pay for this, so I can watch golf, and I pay like.
Justin, do you remember when Netflix used to be where you sign up for Netflix and they sent you DVDs?
I do.
Yo.
Sent you
I-
DVDs in the mail.
I remember because it was like a queue of like 5, right?
Yeah.
And I remember my mom would sit me and my brother down, and she'd be like, all right, both y'all can pick a movie or show or whatever. And we'd pick it. And then her and my dad would pick the other 3 and stuff. Like that was cool because I remember going out to the mailbox and being like, "Oh, it's the new
You had to
Netflix
earn
movie
your
here?"
way there too. When you started your account, you got 2.
Oh,
And if you were
really?
good about returning them, they kept increasing how many.
So if you got 5,
And that means that you were really good about mailing them back.
That's
and
right.
then you could set up a huge queue. You could set up like 100 movies that you wanted to watch. And
Yeah.
when you mailed one, it would just auto send your next one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when they turned it off, and that everybody that had a Netflix account that still had like hard copies, they were just like, keep them.
yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
It's cheaper to leave.
we don't
them
want
there.
them anymore.
Well, and that's like, well, look at Redbox. Redbox
Yeah.
fucking murdered Netflix on that aspect. And then fucking streaming services started, and it was like, okay.
Man, but now they're
And
fucking
streaming
everywhere,
services
and they're so
fucking
expensive.
ruined Redbox.
Like I had
Well, they went out of business
Redbox is gone.
and then like didn't pull the shit out.
Do you know if you see a Redbox, you're just allowed to go and get it? If you know there's a Redbox,
can just go take
there,
it?
You can just go take it.
That's insane.
And the fucking, like, if let's say it's outside of a CVS, you're doing the CVS a favor. They'll let you. Just go in there and be like, hey, I'm taking your Redbox. I'll be like, cool. You can just take it.
I wonder if you could hack that to where you could just load all of your
Guarantee
personal
you
movies
could.
in it. and just
Guarantee you.
like I could put all my hard copy movies in it and just be like,
Guarantee
I want to
you
watch
could.
this and just,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just
That'd
kick
be
my movie
so
out. That'd be gangster.
sick.
Guarantee you could. So if you know where a fucking Redbox is, go fucking snatch it. Totally allowed. Nobody owns them. They're just there. Take
All
it
right,
space.
I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna call you.
Let's go. Because I want
go.
one too.
Let's go get a fucking.
I want one too. The one I had my eyes on, somebody went and snatched.
Y'all are gonna freak out. You're gonna come. You're gonna turn the shit on one. There's gonna be a red box sitting right there.
Like, and there's gonna be one back here too.
Yeah.
One behind Scott. And just be like, we just got all these red box in here. Yeah, I'm about it.
If y'all do go do this,
We're gonna have to buy DVD players again.
that's true.
No, I use my Xbox.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
I have an Xbox.
I have a
Whatever the fuck version we're on now. They don't have names anymore.
I think it's like the 1 now, isn't it?
No,
I
that
don't
was
know.
the X-Bone. I could remember that one.
Oh.
Now I've got the. I don't know. It's a black cube.
I have an
It's
Xbox
a fucking-
360 still.
Damn.
I have a 360. That's
It
what
looks
me
like
and,
the
But you
bitch at the start
that's what
of
me and JMO play. on.
fucking.
That's all the good games are on.
Yeah, fuck it.
Looks like that pylon that the monkeys freaked out and started beating each other to death with bones. It looks like that fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I have that
Xbox-
one, and I have an Xbox One.
Xbox Series. I think it's Series
Oh,
X
yeah.
now or whatever.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
I have an Xbox One, and I have a Xbox 360. That's just.
Fucking hate the acronyms that exist for this shit now.
I'm so out of the loop. I wouldn't even know fuck all about it.
I remember when they changed it to the Xbox 360, and I was like, that just means it's the Xbox.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
you went
'cause-
all the way around, we're back to our starting point. This would just be the Xbox. I don't understand why they didn't. PlayStation I like because they're like, well, we
One,
had the
two.
PlayStation. This is the sequel.
PlayStation 2.
We called it 2.
Then
We made another
3.
one, and that's
Then we
3.
had 4. What are they on now?
5.
It's still 5.
It's just 5.
Yeah.
Then they made a 5 Pro if you're dumb.
Which is just 5 with a software patch.
They looked at Apple and they were like, we could do that.
Yep.
Right?
Essentially, PlayStation flew too close to the sun. They made the PS5 so good that they were like, yo, we
Yeah.
don't have anything else we can throw at this.
Yeah.
We'll make a pro version. It's like, what's it do? Well, it streams in 8K. There's no 8K TVs. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Well, they also had the option to where you could get one with a disc reader and one without, and it saved you like $20.
That's what I did. I have,
Yeah.
I have an all digital one.
Yeah.
There's no slot in mine
Yeah.
Makes sense.
because the only thing I would use it for would be to watch movies, and my Xbox does it.
Yeah.
So, and I don't
When
go
I
to
had-
midnight releases for video games anymore, and I don't have to store little plastic cartridges.
when I had my first RV, which was my drivable one that I had in Maryland, like that one was my Four Winds Majestic. Like in the back bedroom, I had a TV and I just had my Xbox 360.
Right.
And the only time I ever really used it was when I'd be shit faced coming home from the bar. It was parked at my unit. My unit was halfway between my house and my bar that I worked at. So I would just go to my unit and be like fucking passing out.
Yeah.
And I just go and fucking like throw on a fucking movie in my RV and just knock out and then wake up and be like, oh, fuck. And then be like, oh, I got to go to work. And I just go shower at the fucking unit
Yeah.
and then just go to work. And then, you know, like, and like obviously Haley was abreast of the situation. And it was just like, yeah, man, fucking like, or when she moved, when she had left and moved down here, I would just go and crash in my RV sometimes and just watch movies all night when I just
Yeah.
wanted to get the fuck away from people
Right.
or whatever. It was just like, yeah. My roommate at the time didn't know how to, he didn't know what doing dishes meant. And his kitchen was fucking disgusting. And I would show up and I would clean it. And then I would fucking leave and I'd come back and be fucked up again. I'd be like, that's it. Like, God damn it. You're lucky I'm living here for free. Like, God damn.
Yeah, I can't do gross.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Dude, that's why there are days that I miss living alone because it was always clean.
Mhm.
It was always fucking clean. And weirdly enough, now that I live with someone else, aka my wife of fucking almost 15 years now, I'll admit it, I'm lazy. Like I've gotten lazy, man.
I'm not lazy, but I get yelled at if I fucking do too much. Like if I go and like cycle laundry and shit, she's like, put the fucking laundry down. That's my job. And I'm like, okay, fucking, you knock yourself out. Like I don't,
Tell her to talk to her bestie.
I don't. So, well, like today, like I didn't have to go to the store.
Yeah.
I did work. I just didn't have to be physically in my store. And so that's when I'll do a bunch of the stuff around the house because I'm in the house. So
Sure.
I'm like, can't stop me if you're not here.
Yeah. Well, it's like next week when she's out of town.
Yeah.
I'll do a
Go
bunch
through
of
and do
shit.
it.
That's how the bar got built. Haley was out of town and I built the fucking bar and turned the front room into a bar. That's how that happened, is because she was out of town. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Remind me, I need to talk to you about something when we get off here.
okay. Speaking of which, this is
Yeah.
way too fucking
Yeah,
long.
Way too long.
Scott hasn't said anything in like 10 minutes. I think it's because he's just exhausted.
I am. I'm tired.
He's so tired.
I said I was going to go home at 5:20 or at 5. It's 5:20.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to turn into a pumpkin anyways. I got a bunch of shit to
All right,
do.
sign it off. Let's go.
Well, anyways, you know what? Hit us up, man. Let us know what you think will be dumb in 20 years. I'm curious. I think that's a great, it's a great topic, man. We didn't really get to it much because it is a difficult one to think about, right? Yeah. We're also kind of old fogey and stuck in our ways at this point, but I'd
Y'all
like
have
to hear from you
experience.
guys. Yeah.
Also,
I'd like to
real
hear from
quick
you
before
guys.
we sign it off, go support the Patreon, keep the show going,
Absolutely.
and get all of this content early. Also, go buy charity beers over at battlepub.com. Link
Yeah.
down below.
That's
And
you're helping the kids. It does nothing for my store.
And follow our personal Instagrams.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But
Because
you know what I
actually
hope is
helps
dumb
me.
in 20 years?
and it's helping me. Thank you.
People being
Those of you who've done it.
fanboys of politicians. I
Oh,
really hope
here's
that
something. I hope
fucking
that's-
burns out. I
hope
hope
that's
people
done
look
in
back
a
and go
year.
like, you really thought that treating politicians like celebrities was a good idea?
Yeah.
I hope that fucking burns out.
Yeah. No shit. Gary.
Shut up.
Always trying to suck politicians' dicks and shit.
Hey, I got my freedom back.
I get my freedom back.
Yeah, and you're crushing it with it, buddy.
You're still a felon. You still did it. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, guys. Smash those buttons, those things. 3 little things. They're not hard to do. Not hard at all. Jazz,
I can smoke on.
Scott.
I drink on.
And God damn it, kids. Freedom to fuck on. Bye. You still did it.